At midnight here in Times Square. This year, it will be much smaller this year.
Papa Booey, yeah! I love this guy!
All right. So there you go. Where was I? Yeah, 35 degrees at midnight this year, so it's going to be cold here in Times Square, but it's still going to be a great party. You can
talk a little bit more about this is Tim Tompkins. He's the president of the Times Square Alliance. So, Tim, thank you for joining us. Tell me, besides dressing warmly, what else do people need to know if they plan to come here tonight?
They need to know that they need to come here and, not bring a bag because it's the police will slow them down, just to keep it simple and to be ready for a night of great entertainment.
And come early, right? What goes into planning the world's biggest New Year's Eve party?
It's really just checking that everything's coordinated and that everything's working, because when you have 1 billion people watching, you really don't want to mess it up.
And you had this great reference to the fiscal cliff, right?
Penis! Jimmy Kimmel's finger!
Sorry, so...
Yeah! Hey! He's a
sorry, what...
Oh, jeez. We obviously have a little bit of a distraction here, but I can tell you, thank you very much, Tim Tompkins. But for the distraction, hopefully there won't be any of that tonight. Here's what else I want to do.
Just verbose.
I can tell you, in my nearly 9 years at CNN, that has never happened to me. But one thing I do want to point out before I let you go is that he just won't stop. All right. One thing that I want to tell you, but I want to get in before I let you go, is that 26% of people...
Does he have a microphone, Alina? Is he actually
my voice? Back to you guys.
Alina, we're gonna let you go. We don't have a Jimmy Kimmel fan over there.
He's yelling something about Jimmy Kimmel?
Something about Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know.
This guy's got a voice. We need to hire him.
Alina, thank you.
Lehman Brothers failed. There were these two guys who started kissing, remember?
I remember that very clearly.
Geez.
They weren't, to describe them as kissing would be an understatement.
Right.
Well, I think they were Howard Stern people. Anyway.
But they were doing more than kissing.
Head on starting point.
Now we're talking about stripping.
To watch the ball drop. Here's a live look, and there are already some folks gathering for a good spot. Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Gonzalez is in the heart of all of it. Marcy, you've been there since this morning. Have you seen the crowds grow?
Yeah, Lori, it's amazing. It's already like a party out here. Take a look. Already thousands of people camped out. They're waiting for the great performances on this stage. So much energy, and still 12 hours to go. The barricades are up, the police are on standby, and the crowds are already staking out their spot. And our apologies for that a little bit earlier. I guess there are a few in every crowd, but everyone else here behaving, having a great time. Now, if you want to come out and be a part of all of this action, but maybe you're not brave enough to want to be in one of these pens all day without access to a bathroom, well, they're extending the party on Broadway all the way to 59th Street. They'll have screens and speakers set up so you can enjoy the party and you can roam around with a little more freedom. We're live in Times Square. Marcy Gonzalez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, you handle it well. Thank you, Marcy. And you can watch New Year's Rockin' Eve starting at 8 o'clock with a tribute to Dick Clark, followed by many performances right here on Channel 7.
Well, while we've been caught up counting down to the fiscal cliff, there is a more fun countdown that's going on today. And tonight, more than 1 million people will gather in Times Square to ring in the new year. And the big party means big cash, with millions of dollars expected to be generated for local New York City businesses. Lauren Simonetti is with some of her new friends down there in Times Square. Lauren's with the Fox Business Network, and she joins us now. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, Rick, it turns out you have a microphone. You become really popular. Look, it's starting to get really busy here in Times Square. If you can see behind me, past all of these people, they actually started to close off the streets. They missed the cue. All right, we're doing...
Booey! Howard Stern's penis!
All right.
Penis!
All right, so they started to...
Penis! Howard Stern's penis!
They started to close off the streets behind me, and people are pushing really close, and they'll start to go in at 3 p.m., so just a couple of minutes from now. And then at 6 o'clock, that iconic ball is going to go all the way up, pushed by the CEO of Philips Lighting. And then it, of course, falls down right at midnight, and we signal 2013. Now, all of these crazy people behind me are expected to spend, get this, $25 million. That's back to you, Rick. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Lauren. I think you just made the Howard Stern show, and I wonder exactly how the gentleman who was shouting behind Lauren, and we apologize if anybody was offended by that.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything. That was pretty...
That's okay. It happens.
Shots. Come on, we've all been there.
It happens to the best of us. Yeah. You handled it well. Hey, before we let you go, Lauren, how many apple carts are you standing on right now? Because Lauren Simonetti is actually about this tall.
But it's a big one.
Just one big one?